If we don't open it up, it won't get better. It won't get better. It'll just stay bitter. And if it stays bitter, it won't get better. It'll stay bitter. It'll stay bitter and resentful and angry because nobody told you it was going to be like this. And I don't even want to open this up in public because I know how deep it is. But the Lord, while the anointing is passing by, there's too much anointing in this room to minister to everybody else and leave you sitting over there festering and festering and festering and festering. Especially, you said it in a joking way, but especially when the spirit of suicide hangs around your house trying to get you back. Oh! 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 I call it out! You don't get to run. You don't get to hide. You don't get to quit. You don't get to faint. You don't get to do any of that. Because it's not a stage that you prayed for. It's not a building that you prayed for. It's not an opportunity that you prayed for. You've always wanted God to make a man out of you, and he's using the stage to make a man out of you. He's using the building to make a man out of you. He's using the opportunity to make a man out of you. Standing back up on his feet, put him back up on his feet. You're gifted, you're anointed. You've always been gifted because you've been broken. You've always been gifted because you've been broken. You've always been gifted because you've been broken, and you know how to flow, and you know how to bless everybody, and everybody got your gift, but nobody got you. Nobody got you. Nobody got you. They got your gift, but they never got you. They never got you. And God is touching you. He's using it to touch you. He's going to make a man.
My. Whew. You know, first of all, this is my second time seeing that. The first time I saw it, I was just like, my heart broke for him. I was like, wow, this is just really sad. It's like, this guy is going through all of this stuff and now he's feeling suicidal. And, we've all felt the feeling of, why should I be here anymore? Why do I have to endure whatever it is that we may have endured? And so for this guy and what it is that he's going through, I'm speechless. And I want to say this because I feel like I have to say this. As a certified clinical hypnotherapist, yes, it is true. You can shock induct people into hypnosis, much like what was seen there, where you grab a person on their head, you pull them forward, they're off balance, and he's like shaking the guy's head. And so there's something that, first of all, when a human being goes off balance, they try to get their balance back up. But with all of that's how you shock induct them the moment that they go off balance, and then you direct them to where it is that they want to go. And it's very deep and it's very powerful. And so so when he was like, you don't get to faint, you don't get to fall out, I'm like, sir, you pulled him down there. You know what I mean? But so that is very real, especially when the energy of the crowd is amped up and there's already the programming in that there are people who do fall out. So you grab a person, you pull them forward, and they're off kilter. The spirit in the room is high and the energy is high, and you're leaning down, and it's so easy to just give into it. It's like you just give way. You know that there are people around there who got you. You just give into it, and it's a very powerful, transcendent experience. And so I just wanted to add that before we jumped into the video. But my. So now John Gray is feeling suicidal. The saddest part about that is that he has children. And I can't imagine the pain that a parent must feel in order to consider leaving their children. And then how all of this is like self-created. Like, you go and you cheat and you do these things that get you into position where now you feel like you don't want to live in. Like, it's not like he was in some terrible disfiguring car accident and he's like, why must I don't want to, no, it's like he went out there, he cheated. There may even be a new life involved, and so it's like, now is not the time to quit. And then how TD Jakes was like, it's gonna make a man out of you. It was, it was, I have to say, it was really beautiful. Because you know how Larry Reed jokes that John Gray is baby Jakes. I think it was beautiful to see the elder come back for this guy, even though this dude is like 45. He's like, he's still struggling to become a man at 45. God. And I guess that's because he's enacted his wife with the burden of birthing him at over 40, birthing someone 8 years older than you. Ugh. But anyway, it was warming and heart-touching to see the elder come back, and like a person who has an established congregation and an established following and church and building of all of this stuff going forward. A very inspirational man. And then you have John Gray here, caught up amid all of this messiness in public, just smeared all over the place, public business all out in it. And you know what? And I do believe that there are going to be a lot of people who are going to be helped by John's testimony and his wife's testimony coming forward with this cheating in their lives and how it's affected them, etc. And I do believe that there are people who are going to feel a blessing and an anointing on how to come out on the other end of it. Like, some of you were calling Aventer stupid and all this other stuff, but she was talking some very real things. Till death do us part. When you get married, it's not a joke. It's not a joke, and it's not something. And the people who take their vows very seriously, you got to fight through it with your partner. And so she's fighting through it with her partner. But my only thing is he really ready? Is he ready to really step forward and own what it is that he did? Not blame it on the devil. Like, some of you were asking me what I think about Aventer blaming it on the devil and all of that. You know what? Like I said, I'm not a Christian. So I know that there are people who believe in the devil. They believe in hell, and they believe in this God figure who, if you're good enough and do things just how he likes it, then you're allowed into this heaven. So the blessings come from God, the temptation comes from the devil. Meanwhile, as a human being, where's your free will and your accountability? So I don't know. Is he ready to own what it is that he's done and doing? Are all of us ready to own and take full responsibility for the lessons that we call into our lives, either physically or metaphysically? And on that note, look, I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to jump into the comments and see what you all think about it below. So listen, Tonya TKO, and I'm out. Go out there and love one another, but most importantly, what? Love yourself. And loving yourself is taking your lumps, learning from it, processing it, and moving on. Peace.